welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we are live on Project Cars 2 for the opening round of the Pagnian Imports V8 Supercar Championship. It's a 5-round series. The opening round, we're heading off to Ruapuna Park GP, and it's going to be great seeing the guys get these V8s around Ruapuna. We'll check out the session at Ruapuna Park. We have Division 2 up first. We've got 15 minutes of qualifying. Weather is light cloud. The race is 19 laps. Weather will progress from light cloud through to clear. There is a mandatory pit. Then we'll have a break and then head off into Division 1's session at 8:45 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll race under those same conditions with 15 minutes of qualifying and another 19 lap race. We did just wrap up the BMW M1 Pro Car Cup. For Division 2s, we saw the champion being Spray and Pray 47 with 838 points. And for Division 1 was Coco Dog and Vortex tying with 675 points each. And then the tiebreaker deciding Coco as the series champion. So we have not had a tied championship before, so that was very exciting. Last round for the BMW M1 Pro Car Cup was at Imola. We saw Spray in Division 2 take pole and then go on to take the win, and Dan Boone secured the fastest lap bonus points. And then for Division 1, Taijo taking pole also and the win in the final round, DK Rush securing those bonus points. And our Division 1 series winner will actually be scoring themselves a fantastic prize from Next Level Racing and Pagnian Advanced Simulations. We'll be taking a look at that now. And it is the Next Level Racing GT Light Simulator Cockpit. It's going to be a fantastic prize for them to be able to get. It is fully adjustable and collapsible, and then can support all your electronics. Now to have that great portability to move around to find space. It does have that great easy foldability for storage. That is a fantastic bit of gear for our Division 1 Series champion to be able to add to their collection and upgrade their cockpit if they haven't got the gear. It's going to be a wonderful prize for them to be receiving, especially after previous championship with $50 up for grabs for our series champion of Division 1. And we'll take a look at the track now. Over to New Zealand for Ruapuna Park GP. Game time is 10 AM. The track length is 3.28 kilometers. There's 12 turns. Qualifying session, we're heading off with light cloud for the weather. Those track temps will be a little bit cool to start off, but it will start to progress as we head off into the race, as it will be starting the session at 11 AM. We've got 7 drivers loaded in for Division 2 at the moment. You may see a couple of latecomers. If you're joining us for the stream, do hit that follow button. That way you can be notified when we go live. We're here every Thursday for the next 5 weeks in the V8 Supercars. If you love your V8s, there's even more V8 action on Monday nights while we do our Super 2 series on iRacing. There's plenty to see. We've also got our YouTube channel down at the bottom of the stream. You can go back and see all our past broadcasts. If you missed any of the action from our BMW M1 Pro Car Cup, you can go back through and see how our drivers fared during the championship. Don't be shy, do jump into the chat, say hello. And there's also all those sound effects controls down underneath the stream that you can actually play over the stream and it will be recorded onto it. Let's have a bit of fun, cheer and support the drivers while they're out there trying to tame these mighty V8s. We'll go down through the list, start getting used to all the drivers' liveries. Silo in car number 38. Simzil in car number 34. Boy, car 43. Should see first times coming onto the board in a moment too. Over to Dan Boone in number 37. Vortex exceeded track limits, has just invalidated his time. Vortex running car number 14. That's car number 33. Vortex just exceeding his next time as well. A little bit of issues with the car, if the lower track temps at this stage, I'm assuming. Dan Boone also struggling. Got Coco Dog. Car number 51. Starting to see some times coming through. Very slippery for Coco at the moment. Vortex having brought that car back in. Vortex exceeding those track limits may have actually taken a bit of damage for him to have brought the car back into the pits. Hey Steph, thanks for jumping on the stream. Five times on the board now. Coco's got pole for 117. Time's come through, nice time of 120. With Cool Boy and Sile in the 122s. Boys just had an off and going back into the pits. Just taking some damage. Jump on board. Vortex, hope we're not jinxing him here. Just got a time set on the board. It's a nice flat track. Get a fair few fast corners down through sector 1. Oh, he's hit that curb and really unsettle the car. Down into the hairpin. Sector 2 being the more technical part of the track. Lots of curb. Up that corner a fair bit. That car very flighty for Vortex, but he's 5 seconds up, so that's 117 roughly at the moment. Getting this line right on the final corner is a little bit deceiving. That was a 117.2. He's jumping above for a very tidy time. Coco's improved his pole time. He's got down to 1:16. Pipes in with a 1:18.9. Waiting for Damboon to get a time on the board. Will this lap be the one? Beezy gets the time to lap in. Got 8 minutes to go. Next lap, hopefully with some luck. A nice hot lap. Drop that time down a few seconds most likely. And it's pretty good times amongst them all. It's only 5.4 seconds separating them. The last few rounds we've had a smaller field for the division. And then we've seen all drivers manage to actually get through for the full amount of race laps, so it's been fantastic to see. And they've been racing very tight. They can master all that behind the wheel of FG Falcon. Just under 7 minutes left for qualifying. 25 points on the line. We're securing that pole position. And Weary and Phil jumping on the stream. Weary, Coco, keep the times up. You might get Div 1 next series. Go along, young Silo, yes. They're getting in at 1:21.3. There's only 4.6 seconds from that pole time. There we have Damboon improving that time. He's moved up into position 3. 1.1 off pole. And 7/10 away from Vortex this time. He's holding back a little bit at the moment. Schoolboy, a look of it just flying up ahead. Silo passing him on a hot one. There's an improved time for Silo. Dan holding back to try and get his focus on a hot lap. Got his eye on pole for this lap by the go of it. Hey, Balaki and Gallant and Sami, thanks for all jumping on. Hope your practice is going well, ready for the race. Why isn't Sami racing his Div 2? You got a minute to be able to join, Sami? They don't want you getting that cockpit. It's like Vortex. Slowing back a little bit in that same spot that we saw Damboon holding off, getting that focus in, ready for that final turn. And he's gonna need it because he's just been bumped down a spot. Damboon's moved up into position 2. Oh, what pace! I think that was coming down through turn 1. That was huge pace. That car did not turn in at all. Woohoo for Josh, definitely. 117. We got a nice tight field. 4.1 second gap between 7 cars. Oh, Hypes. He's almost going to have that into a nice little slide around the hairpin. I could almost actually got him a good amount of pace. Nice little flick. This car's rather slippery still. Does Vortex reclaim that position too? And then here comes Dan. He's carrying a huge amount of pace. He's only a tenth away from Coco's pole. Bring up the timings to see what that lap was. Actually, that was after he had the off. So he's just looking to carry all that speed for this lap. He should be fine to be able to get in this lap plus another. There's 2 minutes left on the clock. He's got ample fuel to get through. Little Silo just going for a spin off through the final turn. Hypes up on 2 wheels. That's where we saw Dan go well off. He's trying to save it, and he does. A lot of recovery. This lap time's not going to be fantastic. But there's a minute 18 left to go, so it's more than enough time to get across that control line, and that'll allow him to have one more lap. He's only got to shave 6 tenths off, and you can see himself starting from position 3. And he's already got himself starting from second row as it is. Like, not real good at remembering just what side of the grid they start. Sometimes it is actually off the racing line. With the lower pace they're going to have coming down the turn 1, if you are on that inside line of the grid, you're going to have a bit of an advantage. You can get that good start away from the grid, and you can tuck up just nicely and try and take that track position in turn 1. Coco's improved his time again. He was only 1 tenth away from Dan. He's just furthered it by another 2 tenths. There's qualifying complete, so that's final laps now. This will be, and that was the final lap for Vortex. Hypes on his final lap. He's just had an off. He's gonna have fun. I reckon his car's going to try and do a jump. Little boy's still out on track. Silo parking the car up. A little bit slippery for the boy. So still destroying that car. Hypes still qualifies for 117.9. Cool boy improved his time. He's got a 120.6. He didn't improve that time. There's only 4.2 seconds separating our 7. That's a good outcome for qualifying. And then open round qualifying at Ruapuna Park GP for Division 2. Coco Dog takes pole position. And not far behind then is Dan Boone. Then we have Vortex, Hypes, Simo Simsel, Coolboy, and Silo. So, the grid now. Steph, they are great times. The PB for Josh. They're doing fantastic. Get a shot. I'm going to cover all of them. Yeah, good getaway for Silo. Could be an advantage. He's not got a car next to him. Just don't have to worry about him moving over. Let's try and pick some openings if he gets a fantastic launch. Hole starting off on that inside, having that advantage for turn one. That sees Vortex also on that inside line. They're going to be out. Best shot. Yeah, weary. Hypes is driving better every week. He's improving in leaps and bounds. Dan inching that car forward. Wheel spinning, but then gets away a little late at the line. Supercar gets that advantage. He's going to have more than enough distance to get up and ahead. Oh, that's some rubbing from Simo and Hypes. That's unfortunate. Hypes had a fantastic go. That's all them, and then you spin across into Coolboy. Easily done through a very high pace turn one off the grid. Vortex already looking to go door to door with Coco. Vortex just coughing a time penalty as well. He's cut tracks somewhere. Him up in position 3. Lucky to come out of the tangle with Hypes. Philo going down into the pits. Hypes seeming to do okay damage-wise, considering he was turned around and then being T-boned by oncoming traffic. Coolboy's car taking the brunt of it to the front. Car not looking too bad. That could have gone a lot worse. Vortex catching back up. Oh, little slippery. He's made wall contact down pitch straight. He saves the car. The car's been rather slippery on Vortex throughout the qualifying. Even on nice warm tyres, it's still a tad slippery. These changed tyre compound now for the race. Demo now also copping a time penalty. Okay, leading by 1.6 seconds. He has had a pretty good lead, and Vortex has managed to catch that gap over the course of a lap. Oh, Vortex fishes straight out towards the tyre wall. There's some hefty damage to that front left now. I don't think it's steering too well. No, it's wanting to pull to that left-hand side. It's going to be a potential opportunity for Simmer to try and quickly close the gap on Vortex now. With a wounded car. Let's have a look. Vortex's previous lap of 1:19. Starts dropping some race pace off. Oh no, Tiger, you do time trial in the community. No, just normal time trial and then send to me. Oh, and you set the world record for the community event too. Yes, Vortex now dropping some pace, so he's 2 seconds slower after taking some damage. This is where he's got to start making some decisions. Does he fit in now, tend to the damage? Or does he try and push on with some dropped pace? A lap before, Simo did a 1:19, he's just done a 1:20. He's got 6 seconds to catch. He's going to be able to be 1 to 2 seconds quicker a lap. That means he's going to be right on the tail of Vortex. Vortex potentially doesn't deal with that damage. Koga Dog running very wide and just pulling in. That's where things came undone for Vortex. Oh, he's just going for a spin. Looks like at the hairpin. Hype's trying to climb his way back up towards the front end. Boy now in the pits. Allow Hypes to move up a position. He was starting to close in on Coolboy. I'm not sure if he's taken any extra damage or he's just overshot his pit brake. It's cost him some time that could be enough to close that gap that Hypes was trying to get. Down 6 seconds away from position 3. His pace about a second slower than Simo. he's got those repairs done and back underway. Tracker Dog now down into the entry. Vortex takes the race lead. Vortex's pace still a lot slower than what he was originally setting before the damage. He's got lap traffic to contend with as well. Coco's pit comes back out in position 3. 23.5 seconds away from lead. Dan's dropped back, but I'm not sure if we may have seen him going to the pits, or if he's had an off. We've got 3 drivers with time penalties at the moment. Vortex now getting those times back down into the 119s. Managing to be able to handle the car in its condition. Trophies. Got that same damage to the front left or not. Not visible from the inside. Yeah, he's quite hefty still. Makes a move on Silo. Silo caught off guard. Run slightly wide. Dan may have thought he made contact to him. He's moved aside to redress. Laps recovering back up into position 4. I'm not sure if he's been in a pit. He is holding out as long as possible. And a very tight entry into the pit lane, as you can see. In position 2, we'll now see him move up into the race lead. Pipes now coming in as well. Car looks alright after the lap 1 incident, so I don't think he's going to be spending too much time with repairs. He can get in and out very quickly. Should probably only lose one position, if anything, maybe come out pretty close to where Dan Boone is. And Hype Stars comes out 5 seconds ahead of Dan. Geez, we're seeing a sea of red from time penalties. Now, enough to get that mandatory pit requirement out of the way. Echo takes back race lead. Vortex a little whiles away. Will that be enough time for Simo to be able to get in and out? No, I don't think so. He's going to come out not too far behind. When he was chasing Vortex down, he was chasing while he had a wounded car. Vortex may have even foregone the repairs and just dealt with just the stop. The drivers don't have to actually have anything done to the car, they can just come in, pull up as the car's jacked and then released. It counts as the mandatory pit requirement. That's seeing Hypes up into position 3. 8 laps to go. He's 16 seconds away from position 2. 3 seconds ahead of position 4. So he's made a huge comeback. Be completely off track like he was through turn 1 at the race start. Now come lap 11, he's running P3. That accident hadn't occurred, but he'd been up the front battling it out most likely. Okay, coming up behind Cool Boy. Okay, I'm doing closing in very quickly on Simo. We're starting to close in a little bit on Hypes. This could be an advantage for Hypes. These two are occupied with each other. Pretty tight racing so far. It looks like there's only one lap down for a couple of cars over the course of 13 laps. We've got 6 laps to go. Vortex coming on to get around Silo. Silo staying off to the inside, try and let Vortex round. Dan Boone probing for an opening. I mean, too much pace to go for a pass at that bend. And good morning, Jurassic Jam. Looks like only 2 drivers at the moment not wearing a time penalty. That's Hypes and Silo. could potentially see a bit of position movement with time penalties. We haven't got these two closing in quickly. Oh no, Hypes making an error, losing that pace. I think Simo and Dan both sneak around. Yeah, really, yeah, get out of the seat and let your son drive. And Hypes close that gap back in and move on up into position 3 again, or is Simo going to be able to hold off both Dan and Hypes? Vortex setting some very quick pace at the moment. It's pretty much matching pace for Coco. Coco holding 12-second lead. And again, a good gap after Vortex making contact with that wall. Cars seem to have a bit more stick at the moment. We have seen a tyre compound change during the pit stop. And still not finding opportunity to get around Simo. Simo just dropped off a little bit of pace, he was caught off guard as he was finding his way around Silo. We'll take a quick look at these penalties. There's a 2-second penalty for Coco Dog, 5 seconds for Vortex. Simo's wearing 4, Damboon 3. There's a 1-second advantage there. Cool Boy wearing just 1 second. Simo to be able to hold that podium position. He's gonna have to at least have a 1-second gap between himself and Dan. Laps 17 just started. Take a look at the standings. We have Styler in P7. Oh, he runs off and narrowly avoids the control tower. Schoolboy in position 6. Vortex having just made his way around. Hypes in P5. And doing P4. Battle for position 3 still continuing between Damboon and Simo. Oh, there's no room between them. And right on the tail is Simo. They're running P3. Managed to pull away in the following corner. Vortex holding position 2. Well, there was just a lag spike. shown with Vortex. And another one again. He's had disconnects towards the back end of the races before. Hopefully it doesn't occur for him again. He's only got a couple of laps left in it. If yeah, Josh had a little bit of slip and then drop pace on the straight. And then I saw Simo and Dan fly on through. Now race leader Coco Dog. Vortex closing that gap in. It's not going to be enough unless big error is made at this stage. And technically not needing to pass, he's just got to stay right on the tail of Simo, and then he'll grab that podium position. Simo wearing a 4-second time penalty, Dan a 3-second. He's just got to keep that 1 second less in the gap. Little error by Simo, ran a little wide, but he's managed to still pull in. We're on the final lap now. Come on, Dan, crossing the line. It's their final lap. The fight for the podium is now decided by this final lap. A bit of oversteer costing him some pace again. That's when you get into these positions. The adrenaline starts to hit you. There we are, Coco crossing the line, taking the race win. Vortex crossing in position 2. We may need to put a whole second over Dan over this last sector. There's only a few corners to go. Excessively wide. Can he save the car? He doesn't want to end up taking any damage and losing here. He'll lose the position. He doesn't want to lose more. Won't take any hefty damage. Oh, it spins again in the final corner. I'll see Dan take podium in position 3. You know, with more than enough spare time in between himself and position 5, even with 4-second penalty. Timo taking 4th. Pipes crosses in 5th. Should be enough time to see. We should see Silo across the line, and that will be it for. Has a little bit of fun taking a different path to finish up. There's our results for Division 2 in the opening round of the Pagnian Imports V8 Supercar Championship. Coco Dog at the win. Also on the podium is Vortex in position 2 and Dan Boone in position 3. And the rest of the standings is Simo Simsel, Hypes, Coolboy and Silo. So we'll be at the podium finishes for a chat. Okay, Vortex and Dan will be in here in a moment. Those time penalties increasing a bit more. Simo increasing out to 6 seconds in the end, so that could have occurred over the course of that last lap, likely as well. Here comes our drivers. Congratulations, Vortex.
Yeah, thanks, JT.
A few ups and downs for you with that wall contact costing you a bit of pace for a while.
Yeah, my setup's not good with the tyre wear.
Yeah, it looked like you were skating a fair bit during qualifying, and then again during the race the car was skating even in those opening laps.
Yeah. Tried to do some on-the-fly roll bar adjustments to try and settle the car down a bit.
Yeah, it seemed to really knuckle down in that after that pit stop. Just really seemed to bite in a bit more in those lap times, starting to come down into the 18s, where I think we saw them drop out to nearly 21, 22s after you took that wall contact.
Yeah.
But in saying that, still good to move back up and still get on the podium, so well done.
Yeah, thanks.
And congrats, Coco, on the win.
Yeah, cheers, JT. Cheers.
And Vortex going door to door with you pretty early on, and it wasn't until he made that contact with the tyre wall that he started to drop off and give you a little bit of a break.
Yeah, he's really catching up to me through the infield stuff, all that windy stuff, and I was having a bit of drama trying to keep him behind me, and it gave me a bit of fresh air, and the setup was good, and I ended up pitting pretty early to put on some new tyres, get the car cranking, and it was good, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Congratulations. And congrats, Dan.
Thanks, JT.
Nice fight for
Yeah,
a fair few laps with you and Simo.
Yeah, that was unreal. That was really good, but I should have been fighting with the two up the front. I had the wrong tyres on to start the race.
Oh, no.
I was playing around with tyres yesterday and obviously didn't set it back, so I thought, bugger it, I'll just stop. Because I was about 5 seconds a lap slower.
Yeah.
And then I pitted and put my softs on, and then I was right. But had a great battle with Simo. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty close for fastest lap of the race. Geez, so Vortex, you taking it out a 1:17.4, and Dan, you're only 0.5 off from that. So yeah.
Yeah.
I know Simo was up there lap times as well.
Yeah.
So if I had have had the right tyres on to start with, I might have been up the front playing with the other two. But anyway, good job, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations
for not checking.
Yeah,
good race.
You're not the first, and probably definitely not going to be the last.
That's it. That's the stupid thing is that's not the first time I've done it either. I think I would have learned the first time. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was good fun.
Yeah, congrats, guys. Good drive, and then good luck with Willow Springs next week.
Thanks, JT.
Thanks, JT.
No worries.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
And there we have our podium finishes with Coco Dog taking out the win, Vortex in position 2, and Dan Boone in position 3. And then we'll be having a break and then heading off into Division 1's race. We've got another 15 minutes of qualifying and 19 laps around Ruapuna Park. And then we'll be kicking that off at 8:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So that's about 22 minutes away. So we'll do stay tuned. We'll be back with more racing in a moment. and welcome back to Session 2 for Division 1 of the Pagnian Imports V8 Supercar Championship. We did just see Division 2 run for the opening round at Ruapuna Park GP. They are heading over into qualifying. In-game time is 10 AM, track length is 3.28 kilometres, there's 12 turns at Ruapuna, and that's Sector 2, very technical. And a lot of pace for sectors 1 and 3. Just joining us for the stream, don't forget to hit the follow button so you can be notified when we go live. We're here for 5 rounds of V8 Supercars. Of course, we've got plenty of more racing to come after that. 5-round series for the V8 Supercar Championship, and also more V8s on iRacing for Monday nights. Weary easy gets in ahead yet is a catchy jingle. We'll make our way down through list of drivers. New series, so all different liveries for our drivers. We got Dirty Monkey. DK Rush. We've got Spray and Pray. He's our championship winner for Division 2 last series, BMW M1 Pro Cars. We have debut driver Alex Federico, and joining us all the way from Italy as well. So welcome aboard, and especially our first very long distance driver. And drivers from Philippines, and now over into Europe, joining into the sessions. Gets in time. We've got Weir. We've currently got 12 drivers in the session. We may have 13. We have Gallen. Had an off in the infield section, not taking any damage, hasn't invalidated his time, and he should be able to carry enough pace here to be able to take advantage of that next lap. That standings tower getting a little mixed up as times are coming on the board, so hopefully don't miss any of our drivers. They go on just having that lap invalidated, so having an off beforehand must have affected it unless he's ran off in the first corner. He's brought it back in the pit, so he may have taken some damage. Dirty Monkey's also had his time invalidated. Got Balaki. Fender gets in a lap, then parks the car up. Let's have Philly making his way back out of pit lane. We've got Mick Clip. He's got the third quickest time at the moment. Getting a 1:16.4. It is very tight in those times out. First 7 drivers, essentially 1 second difference. We've got Sami back after quite a period of absence after suffering an injury. Hopefully he's feeling a lot better and able to battle this V8. He's doing a very nice time. He's at 4 tenths away from Alex. You're seeing times being set over the last week. Alex has had some huge pace. He's showing that by taking pole with a 1:15.9. And I hope I've covered all the drivers. Mojo joining the session. All drivers is made out now. Alex having a nice gap of 4 tenths. And any of the drivers will try and close that gap in and steal that pole position away. Oh, DK almost secures it. Under 2 tenths. Gets it going with a tidier time now. Might be. No, he's had this lap invalidated, and then that lap just done also invalidated. And Alex improves his time and furthers the gap. He's now exactly half a second ahead of position 2. DK needing to dig deep now. It's going to be some very tight racing. DK gets bumped down a spot. We're only just sneaking in front. 0.001 difference. DK, like he went off track and may have taken some damage. And then gone back into the pits after multiple invalidation reports coming through. C of 1:16's position 2 all the way through to position 9. Tanner just shaves off a tenth from his time. Gallen gets in that quick lap after a couple of invalidated laps. Doing a 1:16.1, it moves him into position 4. There's 5 minutes left to qualifying. Alex still holding pole. You can see a few little lag tips going on for him. There is going to be a fair bit of latency difference with Alex. His ping is going to be a lot higher than all the other drivers. That's with the large distance that it carries. As you see little bits with some of the other drivers, and that's all within Australia and New Zealand. But definitely going to be able to see a bit more. Drivers will need to take heed, just noticing that ping to allow a little bit of extra space and making moves. We've got 13 cars, only 4.1 seconds separating. A little bit slippery. All Pretenders just disconnected. Those times are all coming down. 10 drivers, 1.2 seconds separating. Here looking to get some extra temp into those tyres. And more movement. That gap's closing for pole. Tommy's moved up into position 2, Mick into position 3. Really up on 2 wheels, saves the car. It's going to cost him the lap. We haven't jumped on board before a lap. We'll see if we can exit. This will probably be the final amount of time. And gave him the commentator's curse. Get a final lap in before wraps up with Gallen. Hopefully we don't get the bad luck. At the hairpin, saves the car. lap completed for Gallant. Sure, I think that's AR that's taken over. There's 30 seconds left to qualifying. A bit of blinking going on. Oh, broadside for Mick. Just before the control line too, by the looks of things. They're gonna do smoke show. Wrap us up for burnout for 5 seconds. Thank you, Steph. And we are qualifying for Division 1's opening round. Alex takes pole position, setting a great 1:15.6, but Sami wasn't too far behind in the long run, as was Cliff and Wera and Dig, actually very close in those first 8 drivers, only about half a second difference, so things are going to be very the course of the race, but a good way to debut for Alex taking that pole position. The rest of the grid is then Sami, Mick, Wera, DK, Balaki, Gallen, Taijo, Philly, Pretender, Spray, Dirty Monkey, and Steph. We'll head over to the grid now. Get that better angle for the race start. Got the lineups as we can wear up DK and Balaki, Gallen and Taijo. Philly and Pretender. Rain Dirty. And we got Steph. Some drivers have got a couple of minutes. Get there, set up some pit strategies, organised, ready for the race. Launch for Sami. Pulling ahead, but Alex is keeping up. Alex is going to have the advantage of the inside for turn 1. We get a nice clean turn 1. Looks like all drivers are making it through. Carried a lot of speed, a tad bit of understeer, full lock, but he managed to pull it through, and he's starting to gap Sami, nearly pushing it out to 8 tenths by the end of sector 1. Sami, hang on and stay close behind. Nick flying on up and hanging on behind Sami, but he's got Wera and DK both closing in. drivers all very close. Dirty. He's dropped back a full 17 seconds. He's had an off. Alex is ahead, still pulling well ahead of Sami. .2 second lead now. Still trying to hold on. BK getting some good pace behind Wira. There's only a few tenths difference in that previous lap. Philly, very close. As is Gallen. Clarkey, a couple of attempts quicker than Gallen on the last time around. His current gap could see him making a move over the course of the next lap. Frame Pretender starting to close in a little. It's great. Lap 118.5 compared to 119.9. Did see Tyjo join in. I made some confusion with organising him for the time slots. He's still under the impression he was running Div 1. Makes things a bit difficult when we don't have drivers on social media, and I do forget to send off the messages to the drivers that don't have social media. Lucky. Fitting in lap 4. He's got damage, so it's likely to be a strategic move here. Five laps in, Alex now pushing out to nearly 3 seconds. Okay, starting to get a bit of pace on wherever he went a little bit off track, dropping tiny bit from that lap, but he's still holding on, strangely enough, coming down pit straight. Gallon heading down pit lane. Like after that pit, dropping back towards the end. Can he make his way back through the field now? He's come in with that early stop as all the drivers ahead. They're going to have to pit in. However, car ahead, Tyjo has already pit, as has Gallon. They're currently sitting about 36 seconds away. A few drivers having an early stop. Their tyre strategy be able to last out the remaining 12 laps. It'll be interesting to just see where they end up by the time the other drivers fuel up and serve that mandatory pit requirement. Bray a little bit slippery. He was moving to look at getting around Steph. GK slippery. That was the same corner that caught him off guard before. So seeing him drop back a little bit more from Wirra. Some breathing space for Wirra now. He's focused on trying to close into Mick. Getting run on Dirty. A bit of a nudge. I'm not sure if Dirty may be having some difficulties with the car at the moment. Pagnian Tyjo still battling out. He hasn't been able to get around yet. Here comes Alex. And seeing Sami take over race lead. Alex is going to need a very quick stop. He can try and maintain that gap that he's put over these 9 laps. BK also coming in at the same time. There we go, things looking interesting here. Alex being in the race lead for those opening laps. His first 9 laps, should I say. And then having pit in, we saw both Gallon and Balaki pit in very early. Gallon's now 6 seconds behind Alex. When Alex went into the pits, he is pushing out at about 8 seconds ahead of Sami. If the car and tyres can hold out for Gallen, that's going to be a fantastic opportunity for podium. The early pit strategy playing off here. It could be possible to see current race leaders pit in these next few laps. Second spray starting to close a bit of a gap. Dirty Monkey in the pits. There seem to be some dramas with the car before. So Steph get around him on pit straight, and the car's a little bit slippery still. Billy now coming into pit. Alex only 6 seconds away. He's the first driver in the standings there to have got the mandatory pit out of the way. Current race leaders, Guerra and Sami, will need to come in and get that pit out of the way. Seeing around that 30 seconds to get the pit stop done. I think that spray has just gone off track. We're here. How will we get the chair to Italy? Yeah, it's hopefully much lighter than most things. Pagnian will be rather amazed probably to be having to pay something off all the way over to Italy if that's the case. Mick wearing a little bit of damage. Taking quite the hit to the front. Seems to be steering straight. Alex only 1 second away from Sami in the race lead. Sami needs his pit stop. Alex making up big time since that pit stop. Come back out nearly 30 seconds. Sami's had a little bit of a slip by the government to drop that much off over the course of a couple of laps. Too much lag that's been noticeable. It's only been around a few corners that's been more evident. It's good the vast distance not causing havoc on the track with 13 cars. Okay. Pulling nice and tightly behind Taijo. He's at about a second quicker in pace at the moment. Alex zooming race lead on lap 14. There's 5 to go. Gets around Pretender. And they're yielding the position they were racing. Army currently 4.4 seconds behind Alex. We haven't seen him pit. Looks like he's just gotten around dirty. Lee's got Balaki. A couple of seconds behind him in his previous lap. Balaki was 5 seconds slower. Looks like he's made up a fair bit of it over the course of this lap. Almost only made up 3 seconds. We're currently in P3. I do believe he's been in and pit. Seeing a sea of red up on the standings again. Oh, that Steph has just gone off from track. She doesn't take any damage, so she's recovered the car. Taijo now leading by 5 seconds. Look at the current time penalties that have been applied. Alex wearing 5-second time penalty. There's 3 seconds for Taijo, 3 seconds for Philly, 7 for Balaki. 2 seconds going to... Oh, I just get past. Comes up, I think, mostly on the screen there, but I have to do scroll down on mine. So Pretender wearing 2 seconds. Sprang and Pray has 5, and Steph has 3 seconds. How will Alex go? Let's speak fluent English. The guys have been trying to teach him as much Australian slang as possible, so it might be a very interesting podium talk. Okay, you can speak in Braille. We're feeling a little bit of pressure. Tojo trying to sneak around. DK find opportunity to be able to stick in the toe there and sneak on through as well. Take a quick look at standings. That lap 18 as things getting close to wrapping out with Steph in 12th, Spray in 11th, Pretender in 10th, Cliff 9th, Blarkey's running 8th. Up ahead in 7th is Gallant. Philly's 6th position. DK in P5. P4 is Wira. Tojo having going around and moving into P3. He does have a time penalty, so that's probably going to cost him. Bummy in position 2. Bummy hasn't pit, he's going to have to do so this lap. No, he must have pit. He's well within shot for podium. Alex leading the way. Looking good for his win. In his first win with us in his debut race. Have a look. Tojo wearing 3-second penalty. Viru does not have to try and get around, he's just got to stay within that gap. He claim back that podium. Even DK could claim a position if they can stay close enough when they cross that line. We're still holding that gap, looking good for a podium after being not able to make a fair few races. And Alex takes the win on the opening round in his debut. Congratulations. Dami, position 2. Tojo's going to cross the line in 3rd, but he's got that 3-second penalty. That's going to see Wira move up, and will we see DK as well? Yes, both moving up a position on the podium. Wira, DK finishing 4th, seeing Tojo drop down into 5th position. Time penalties costing 2 positions. Billy in 6th. Gallen crosses in 7th. Clark is trying to find a shortcut for the way home. Count across the line in position 9. You gain a position here from Blarkey. Not sure where Blarkey is at the moment. Not sure what was going on, but he must have crossed the line somewhere along the infield. And there we are. Results for Division 1 racing round 1 with debut Alex Federico taking the win. It's a fantastic drive and leading for the majority of those laps as well. And then on the podium in position 2 is Sami, and P3 is Wira. And then the rest of the standings is DK, Tojo, Philly, Gallant, Blarkey, Mick, Pretender, Spray, Steph, and Dirty Monkey. So right in our podium finishes. So we'll have Alex, Sami, and Wira joining us. invite's going off. We'll see them joining in a moment. Right, Sami, good outcome after a period of absence.
Yeah, cheers, JT. It was certainly tough, that's for sure.
I see. And did you hold up as well? Didn't cause you too much grief trying to get the V8 around for 19 laps?
No, I'm starting to get a little bit sore, but yeah, starting to get a bit of pain now. So it didn't help either that my pit crew didn't change my tyres. So
oh no.
Yeah, so I was holding on there for the last sort of 6 or 7 laps.
Yeah, so it did well in the end to still hold only, 7-second gap, so...
Yeah, it's pretty lucky, so... But, yeah, congrats to Alex and also Wira.
Congratulations on the win, Alex. Taking the win on your
Hi,
debut
guys.
race with us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, alright.
So congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Yeah. Blitzed it for the majority of that race and you had a huge gap. And then I think after you came out of the pits,
Wait,
just flying through. Oh, I think we've lost Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got
Okay.
Wira.
Can you repeat? I don't hear. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, we cut out there. You were just saying that you're flying ahead after you got out of the pits.
Yeah, but it wasn't easy. I had to push on the limit for all the race, and when I've took the penalty, I thought, now I fucked up. But fortunately, I managed to win the same.
Yeah, did well, and that 5-second penalty definitely could have cost, especially with Sami starting to close in just a little bit on you. So yeah, but congratulations and good luck with the rest of the series.
Thanks. I wanted to ask the fact of my car sliding for the connection. How it was?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Alex looked alright from where I was sitting, so...
Yeah, and I couldn't notice it during the live stream either. So it was only in a couple of corners there was a little bit. And we've seen worse from local drivers, so it held out pretty good, I think.
Okay. Fortunately, it wasn't too bad.
That's it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And congratulations, Wira. Good outcome after a period of absence as well.
Yeah, thanks JT. Well done Sami, well done Alec. Great drive, mate.
Cheers, bro.
Good to be on the podium. We're just not quick enough, mate, tonight, so they just had a bit more pace than I did, mate. So well done, guys.
Yeah,
Cheers, bro.
I think quickest lap, yes, goes to Alex for the look, 1:16.2, but Sami also getting in the 1:16s and DK, so very quick time still in the race.
Yeah, it's pushing it.
Fast times, mate, going around in the race time. I was quite surprised, mate, that how fast the race pace was actually sort of where we're sitting, so...
Yeah, that was good. And congratulations on your results, and good luck with Willow Springs next week.
Thanks, JT. Looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
thanks JT.
No worries.
Thanks for another
Thanks,
great
guys.
race night. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, great race night, thank you.
Thank you.
And there we have our podium finishes with Alex winning his debut race, and all the way from Italy as well. And that lag, which he was very worried about for the entirety of that race. He didn't want it to be affecting the other drivers, so I was glad that didn't interfere whatsoever. So congratulations to him and the rest of our drivers. Some very tight times that we were just scanning through. So and then we will be back again next week with round 2. As we're mentioning, that will be seeing us at Willow Springs International Raceway. So it's going to be another good, fast track with a few little technical sections, but it's going to be very fast-paced racing actions in the V8. So do hit that follow button if you haven't done so, so you can be notified when we go live again next week, same time, 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. And then also on Monday night with iRacing with the Super 2 Series, some more V8s, and you'll be able to see the Holden and Ford battle rather than just a full field of Ford Falcons. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you in trackside next time.